a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. First carry for Trenton Cannon, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Herbert off of play action. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll check this down to Johnson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Second and 10. Herbert flush to his right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
On the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On second down, it's Cannon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. On third down, Jackson into the secondary past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On the carry, it's Cannon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finds 1st and 10. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 27, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's going to look deep for more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken from just outside the 30. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's third down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, Jackson. Being chased out left. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now they'll run. Murray. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days.
And got his man complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw is Jackson.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones.
He's got daylight, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Second down at 5.
Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by the rookie Odafe-Oweh.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
So not only do they get the completion and the conversion there on third down, but tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Yeah, they had the first down anyway, had that in their hip pocket, but now with that penalty yardage, that turns out to be a pretty big play.
They'll run the counter with Murray. So this will be accepted as moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Play action. Now Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Dorsett on the return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Especially got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Murray.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Cannon going to try the left side. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. On the screen, this is Cannon. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tucker's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. It's Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Cannon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They go again with Cannon. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Herbert now to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Victory formation, time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Chargers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5.